Morning. If you're familiar with my videos, particularly the ones from my trip to Iraq, then you're also familiar with an expression that someone that I met there taught us, and that is that you can fit 4 fingers between your eyes and your ear as a measure of how different a place is to hear about compared to seeing it for yourself. And the same goes for the desert, because all I've heard for the past 23 years is how hot and hostile deserts are, and this morning is fucking freezing. So first things first, I'm going to find something to climb to warm myself up. This one looks a bit, well, vertical, so I'm not going to bother that one. I'm probably going to try and find a way up this thing over here. Now, as you may know, when I get somewhere new, I prefer having a look for myself. I don't really like doing organised tours, don't like doing too much research beforehand, that kind of thing. I just like having a wander around and figuring stuff out for myself. However, yesterday when I arrived, I made an exception to that rule and I picked up a leaflet. And this is the bit you're going to find hilarious because there weren't any English ones. So the one I've got is in French. Fucking French. As far as I can tell, this big lump they were heading towards, which by the way is not really getting much closer for how much bigger it's getting, starting to think it may be a lot taller than I anticipated, hasn't got a name. But on the other side of this is Le Canyon Kazali. So I'm going to see if there's a way up this. Maybe we can go over it. One way to find out. Well, turns out it's slightly fucking enormous, but on the map there is a brown line around it, and the brown line means zone pour faire de l'escalade. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say that means zone for do the escalate. So there must be a way up somewhere, but this is what the face of it looks like, at least this bit. Well, this first bit looks actually ascendable, and then up there, don't know how well I'm putting that out, but up there somewhere there's like a slope. Mum and Dad, just skip forward a few minutes. I'll be fine. Parents, family, that noise didn't just happen. It's going well already, don't worry. Oh my god. I think the term ascendable was a bit generous for this, to be quite honest. Luckily, I'm health and safety mastermind, and I've got my foot stuck. My foot, fuck off. I was about to say, I've got incredibly appropriate footwear for this situation, because this is what I'm wearing. And if you look at the bottom of these shoes, I know it's upside down, but it says Jordan. And it's not like Nike named their shoes after a person, is it? Called Jordan? That'd be stupid. It's named after this country. Literally purpose built for this terrain. Anyway, this is where it looks like it's going to start getting a bit spicy. It's much better to have 2 hands, not just one and the other one filming yourself like a div. So I've just found a wall. Try and get up this, so I'll see you on the other side. I just want to say first, how kind of nature to provide little footholds and stuff. Can you imagine if you put your hand in one of these and a snake just fucking... Ugh. Alright, maybe not that way. I made it up that bit. I didn't get my arm gobbled off by a snake. I'm good. Shit is the word I'm looking for. It's quite a jump. I'm trying to get over there and then maybe go up this way, but between that and me, there's a few holes there that I could, well, jam my limbs in. But the problem is with doing shit like that is I've also got to get back down again, and you can't really climb down something like that. Bollocks. I suppose the activity has kind of served its purpose anyway. Even though I didn't get to the top, I did actually try this so I could get warm, and I am officially quite toasty. So in that respect, it's done. But I failed to reach the top, and I've wasted a few minutes of your lives in doing so. So I'm gonna go straight to the bottom now. I'm not gonna bore you anymore with talking, and then I'm gonna try and find a different way up for somewhere else. as sure-footed as a mountain goat, as you can see. Also, a tip for you if you're thinking of coming to the desert, it's an incredibly exhausting place, and also I'd recommend not to start the day trying to climb a fucking mountain, because that was tiring as it is, and now I've got to walk perilously through sand to get anywhere. My legs are not going to thank me for this later. It also makes you feel very helpless, because look how close the top of this dune is that I've got to get up. But every time you take a step in the sand, because it's so soft, you sink like 3/4 of the way down towards your previous step, so that's like maybe like 20 meters total between me and there, and it's probably going to be like a 10-minute walk. I'm not even joking. It's basically human wheel spin. It's really annoying. Alright, I'm up. There is a little thing about dunes in this leaflet. It says c'est amusant de l'escalader jusqu'à sommet. I can tell you, there is fucking nothing amusant about that experience. I'm dying. I know I said these shoes are purpose built for this. I'm fucking not. It's 20 past 10. Ready for bed. It's crazy because if I'd walked around here for a bit and then you told me that people lived here, I honestly wouldn't believe you. Like, it just looks impossible to do anything, especially sustain life. But the fact is that there are a few thousand Bedouin people native to this area. They're the guys with full robes. They're the guys that run like the camps here. Their main income now is tourism, but they do literally live here. They don't build a city in the desert. They don't have like normal buildings. They live in tents. They literally live out here, and they raise families here and all that. It's fucking mad. Look at this place. It's crazy. Anyway, we have now arrived at what the leaflet calls Le Canyon Casale, which is une fissure profonde et étroite dans le flanc de la montagne. Whatever that is. Alright, so I'm guessing this is what the French call une fissure profonde. Big crevice, basically. Hi, is it possible to climb this?
Climb si casale.
Yeah, to the top.
Yes, at the top like me.
Okay, so inside there,
Side, yes. Side.
and then up.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
See?
Yeah, please, yeah. So I came back out, walked up to some shop place and asked him if it was possible to climb. So he said yes, offered me tea, and then we sat down and chatted for a bit, and he said it is doable but it's very difficult, but if you're going to do it, it's from inside this canyon. So I'm going to head back in and have a look. Doesn't look entirely more promising than before. I think he means to go up from this bit, up here, up there. But he said to be careful because the stone's slippery, because the water coming through here to get here means it like makes it smooth. So wish me luck. I made it up that bit. I'm not even going to pretend that I wasn't scared. That was terrifying. There's like no finger holes and it's like really slippery. I had wet feet from the water bit. Thought I was going to die, but I'm up. I thought from that point it'd be pretty simple, but you know, another vertical wall. Another fat little lake thing. This is not going to be easy at all. The thing I'm concerned about is that getting up is it's not even half of the problem, because I still got to get back down. And while getting up is the strenuous part, it's like getting down is going to be slippery. I can't use my hands to get down really as I climb down backwards, but that's awkward. Fuck, but I'm kind of past that point, which is where people stop coming, so without trying to dramatise the situation too much, people aren't going to come here very often if something bad happens. But I fucking started now, and what have I done? This is kind of what I'm faced with. This is like a vertical thing, and there's some places you can put feet, but there's also massive holes, like little cave things. I'm kind of genuinely quite concerned someone's going to jump out and surprise me, and I'm going to like, well, it's not going to that, but this is the part, Mum and Dad, where you turn the video off altogether. Just close your computer, go for a walk somewhere. I know I sound like I'm being a bit of a wuss. I'm not looking down there, like I'm being a bit of a wuss, but I'm genuinely quite scared. Alright, I'm not going to show you that. Fuck. I've got no idea how this is at all a zone pour faire d'escalade. This is not, it's not even safe for walking on. Never mind using your fucking finger in a spider hole to carry yourself up. The reason I'm not like talking some shit about, that's a dead end. Anyway, yeah, the reason I'm not just like saying some stupid shit about a rock falling on me or something like I normally am by this point in the descent, is because I've kind of got to be actually in the zone. I've kind of got to like jam my finger in spider holes to like hold myself up. I kind of try really hard to concentrate on not falling. But I guess the fact this video is out, if indeed it does make it out and you're watching it, means I've either survived or given up. So I've not died. But at this point, I'm quite concerned. I'm not even going to lie about it. Like, this is scary. I'm trapped. I'm literally wedged in a fucking hole. What have I done? If you're claustrophobic, probably don't bother doing this. Fucking hell. I'm not really sure why I'm still going. There was a bit just then, after that narrow bit, that I kind of wish I could have filmed just for reference, and it was just, well, I can't even describe it. There's like finger holes, like this deep. You can just get a fingernail on it and just put, no, it's like right now I am stoked for the challenge. I wouldn't say this is entirely enjoyable, but if I do make it to the top, I'm literally going to retire from everything ever. Like, I can't say I retire from climbing because I don't climb, but I'll just retire from life. Hopefully not literally on the way down. I'll tell you what though, this is a scarcely believable thing to witness. Look at the fucking size of it. Right, so I'm going to take this pile of rocks as a sign that people might have been here a bit ago, and this might indeed be the right way, if this is at all a route to climb. While I'm here, I can give you an example of some of the stone that I'm putting my body weight on, and indeed putting my hands in the life of. Crumbly fucking shit. Alright, I'm at a giant dead end. That's just vertical, like there's no other way to hold on to that, that's not doable. But then, if we come this way, that looked inviting. But as I was saying, if we come this way, around here, where we were a second ago, this is also a dead end. Bollocks. This might be the end. This pile of rocks might actually just be the sign that like that's as far as someone got, and they sat for a bit, built some rocks, and then went home. So I'm gonna descend a little bit and see if there's a different way up. I'm not going down to the bottom all the way and starting again. I'm physically and mentally not prepared for that. So I'll go down a bit and we'll try find another way to the top. I think I'm about stuck. There's a bit over there, if you can see it, where it looks like it flattens out, and then through the middle bit of the two mountains it's like looks pretty reasonable, but to get there I've got to losing the will to live a little bit, unless it actually kinda doesn't look too bad. And by that I mean it looks fucking terrifying, but also the only way. So here's the plan. I'm going to try this way. When I get up there, if there's nowhere to go after that, I'm done. Because I can't keep climbing up the mountains all day. I'm fucking exhausted already. And it's really hot. So, right, the last march of the Ents. Oh, and for the record, this is the footing I'm dealing with. So you put your hand somewhere. This is not even that tall, but you find kind of a crevice for your hand, like this. This is quite a decent hole actually. But then your feet, yeah, they just do that. Anyway, let's go on. I kind of physically can't go up this place. Look, I don't know if you can see, I'm kind of wedged over this crevice and then up, and this side looks like this. There's very little to hold on to going forwards, but there's also not much of a way to get down either. I'm shit at this. Alright, this is kind of the spot I've got to. This is my progress. I'm just kind of wedged in between two rocks. This might be it. This is kind of like my final resting place, I reckon. It starts to make me really doubt the way down. Like, I'm so fucked. The whole way is going to be like this. Nice view though. Oh, well, I was there, and now I'm here. Part 1 of 3 million done. And just for some more context, in case I've not quite expressed how in danger I believe I am, this is what I mean by getting down. So this is the thing I showed you a minute ago with like the footing thing. So I use like little gaps to put my feet in. You can't do that going down because the momentum's going with you. So you can't just put your foot on a little bit of sandstone because, as we saw in the earlier experiment, it's just going to explode. And I can't jump down to that thing because that's not straight, it's not flat, I mean, so there's sand on it. I'll jump and just slide and then canyon, blood, death. Yeah. That was not as peaceful as I had in mind. Well, that's going to be me in about 3 seconds because I'm going. Alright, so I made it. The bag kind of did, so luckily I own nothing of value, so it's fine. So I think overall that's about it. Like, I failed again. It's twice today I failed climbing this fucking thing. I'm not really very good at this, am I? In fact, I'm going to offer you a deal for redemption. So I'm going to dump my bag, it's down there somewhere, and I'm going to walk across this bit and then go to the second bit, to that, like, over the ridge thing. And if I get over there, then that counts as a victory. But then, as you know, they say everything comes in threes. I'm sure failure is not excluded, so at least when I fail this time, it'll be a comprehensive no to the question, can Lewis climb this mountain thing? So let's get on with that. Well, we're saying that we've got this bit to climb, which is not all that appetising anyway, and then when we get up here, we've got, well, let's not talk about that bit yet, that looks terrifying. Anyway, let's give it a go. This isn't very fun either. Why would anyone want to climb anything? This is terrifying. Look at this. I don't want to drop off that. And also, look how fun this looks. Right, no, it's physically not reachable. I either have that way, which I was there a second ago, where it literally just a drop. There's not enough foot space, or even close enough foot space, and then it's a couple hundred metres to the ground. Or we have this way, which is, well, it's an oververt climb. Like, it comes past 90, like, it's like this. So that's not happening either. I'll tell you something though about this whole climbing malarkey. Load of bollocks. So, as I begin my miserable and inadequate and disappointed descent, I just want to say two things. Firstly, I'm soz that I'm so shit, and I'm soz for wasting your time so far in this video. And secondly, if you're a pro climber, you happen to have done this route, if there even is a route here, you happen to have got to the top, and you're going to comment saying, oh Lewis, you should have gone, I don't want to wear it. I do not want to hear how easy this route is if you go a different way. I tried. For now, my only concern is though, literally getting down in one piece. Like, this is going to suck a lot. And do you want to know what's really shit? 10 minutes after setting off from where I was, on my way down, I don't think this is the same way that I came up. For fuck's sake, I don't even know if I can get down this way. This is not a good time. I can confirm it is not the same place because I started from that guy's shop thing over there, if you can see it, that black thing. I came down here, so I'm literally like to the side of where I was. I can't be asked to go back up. I'm going to try to go down this way. That was the stupidest thing anyone has ever done. Like, I threw the water because if it was too high, I didn't want to throw the bag again and burst the meat balloon and have that go everywhere. So I threw the water instead. But now I'm kind of tired to going that way because my only bottle of water has fucking done one like 10 metres down there. Fucking idiot. So predicament, I can't go that way because some Bedouin or Arab guy spotted me, started shouting, so maybe he's not very pleased I'm on his mountain. So the water's that way, and I'm going back up here to find my original way down. Now I'm back here again. That's where we found dead end, and that's the ridge that I couldn't get up. Extra climbing is not what I fancied, having just literally thrown away my last bit of water. God, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm feeling incredibly thick right now. I physically cannot remember how I got here. From what I can tell, there's only one way down, which is where I was a minute ago, and that way there's just a drop. How has this happened? Alright, no, we're good. I remember it's this really narrow bit where I got stuck in it. We're on track. If a genie were to appear right now and say, I can either have £1 billion or I can just teleport to the bottom of this mountain safely, it would 100,000% be the latter. I really don't have to tackle this at all, like I'm dreading it. This sucks. I think I'm not all that far from the canyon bit. I've not been filming a lot of the descent because, again, I've been concentrating quite hard on not slipping. But yeah, I'm alive up until now. Hopefully at least like halfway down. I'm almost down. I am extremely grateful to not have got hurt by this point or fallen off into the canyon. But I've only got this last bit. It's through there to do. I've got to wait for the people to go first so then I can get through without added pressure. Almost there. Fuck me. Oh my god. I'm physically shaking. I made it. I fucking made it. Look at my leg. I physically cannot commit to words this unbelievable sense of relief. I can't talk. I'm off to my man to get some tea. Hopefully he's got some water. Alright, so good news and good news. Firstly, my guy T-Man, my new best mate, did in fact provide tea and gave me some water, so I'm still alive. Secondly, he drove me most of the way to my camp, which has saved my battered and blistered feet a few miles of painful sand hiking. And thirdly, his brother slash cousin or whoever was there, who's a keen climber. He asked me how far I'd got up the canyon. I said not all the way, quite pissed off about it, but I got maybe half or 3/4 of the way, to which he replied, it's not possible to reach the top of the canyon from that entrance. So I'm not a complete failure after all. I showed him a picture of where I got to, that bit where I found that pile of stones and said it might have been a marker, and he said you can go further into the canyon, but you can't go any higher up, and even if you want to go past that point, you need a rope. So, I'm not as retarded as I first thought. He also added that when tourists do sometimes try and climb that on their own, they often get really stuck, and in fact last week there was a couple who climbed it, couldn't get down, so slept on the fucking mountain with no water. Woke up next morning, a Bedouin guy happened to find them and they were safe. So actually, I have conquered it. Fucking world champion. This is the kind of relief you feel when, like, the best way I can describe it is when you're in school, you've got an exam coming up, you don't dare revise for it because you know you're going to do shit, but you have to and you're dreading it, the exam comes, you're having the shittest time of your life, you do the exam, and you don't even care how you do in the exam, you just want it to be done. Then you're relieved, but then you get the results back and you get like an A, or in my case like a B. I didn't get quite as far, but I got as far as I could. So anyway, I'm fucking buzzing, not only to be down after a point, in fact a couple of points when I really thought I wasn't going to make it down, I wasn't going to fall and die or anything, it was just, I just thought I couldn't find a way and I was going to get stuck. So happy about that, and also that I didn't do quite as terribly as I first anticipated, so fucking ace. But anyway, I'm almost at the camp. I'm staying here, by the way, in one of these black tents. I'm going to collapse on that bed and I'm going to sleep for about 1,000 fucking years. I don't know if I'm going to be dead tomorrow, so this might be the last of desert coverage. I might not be able to fucking walk, don't know, but either way, today's been a roller coaster, we'll put it that way. And I'm off to go die, so cheers boys, see you in a bit.